Hello and welcome back to Misery Plays Need for Speed High Stakes. We are having to redo the regional club circuit tournament purely because we don't have enough money to buy the next car. But what we will do is we will max out our Falcon because, well, we may as well see what it's capable of. Do we want to buy the upgrade? Yes we do. We've got a bit more acceleration. I think they put an extra lip on the rear spoiler, maybe? I don't know. I'll be honest, doesn't really look any different. But we are now racing the fastest Ford Falcon XR8 in Need for Speed. Not in the world. There are plenty of people that have taken these Falcons and stuck like 800, 900,000 horsepower into them. Drag racing, just as street cars. I mean, the engines are really, really good on these cars. I mean, from standard, they're not so great down low for torque, but they're very strong. You can put a lot of power.
3, 2, 1. Go!
We remembered to shift up. Excellent. So we have not missed the start. Okay, super speed Falcon. Let's go and catch our rivals. Gotta be careful with where you pass these guys though. They pretty much go all over the road. They don't sort of recognize that you're there. Try and cut across on the grass. Yes. I know I wasn't using the track, but if I used the track, they would have hit me. Okay, that one was my fault. I've lost the safe driver bonus immediately. It is my fault. I have to put my hand up. I tried to release the steering a little bit just to carry more speed. I released it too much. Hit him. My fault. But that's okay, there's still 3 more races to try and get safe driver bonuses. Nemesis is in the blue Commodore again. I would have thought, you know, it would be a different colour at least, but no. Just made that turn. At first I was like, yep, this is going to be good. Then I was like, no, I braked too late. But we made it. We're getting a fair bit of, easy does it, airtime in this car. But good news.
You're in first place. It's the final lap.
Thank you. But good news, the car is happier in 5th gear now, so there you go. The car should have always been upgraded from factory. That way it would hold 5th gear nicely. I am still trying to drive it fairly cautiously just because I don't want to lose any more money. After all, the more money I have here, the more I can spend on that, well, whatever the next car is. Might be able to go for something and straight away upgrade it. Don't know which car I'll choose though. I mean, there was an M5, a Jag, I think, an Aston Martin. Was there anything else? I can remember. I might be missing some really obvious part. Anyway, just out of that lot, I'm kind of thinking the M5. Because I think that generation of M5 is quite a nice looking car. I think it's still it is still a V10, isn't it? I mean, it's definitely not turbo. It might be a V10, or maybe that's the 7 series I'm thinking.
That's your best lap. You won the race.
Either way, be quite a good car. The Jag would be running a V8, hopefully supercharged. As for the Aston, that one I don't know.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track.
I mean, I think a lot of Astons run V8s. 340. Oh, it was a small impact. I can't believe it's that expensive. I mean, it was just a glancing blow. Disappointing. Still waiting to see, though, if we will have any actual police involved in these races. I'll be honest, I kind of feel like there won't be in the tournaments. I feel as though in the tournaments it will be you versus 5 other cars. Maybe some of the special events, if they are time-based. 3, 2, 1, go!
I
pushed it! I pushed R1 to shift up. I definitely pushed R1. Right, okay, last time when we were coming along here, somebody crashed into us. So I'm going to take the shortcut now. In the hope that, you know, I'll put a little bit of distance between me and them. Which it does seem to have worked. We have 4-second lead now. And now, just drive the car safely, sensibly. That was not sensible. Anyway, and we should get that safe drive bonus. Come on, Falcon. We need more speed on these corners. Maybe not this one. It can be on this game a little tricky to figure out just how fast you can go around the turns because, well, that you've gone around the previous turns at high speed, you feel, oh, there's good grip, and then it doesn't really give you a warning when it loses grip, it just starts to go off the track. I can't believe I've lost another safe drive bonus, another one. That is really, really frustrating. Yeah, because I wasn't even trying to push it that time, I was just thought that would be a safe speed for the car to go around. It was not. And now I am, well, what was it, $1,260 plus probably $300 of damage.
You're in first place. It's the final lap.
$1,500 short of where we could have been, realistically. And yeah, as with last race, I can't blame anyone else for that. I could say, oh well, the car felt like it would take their turn. No, it's my fault. I'm driving it. I crashed on my own. You can't blame anyone else for that. Just got to take responsibility for your own mistakes. At least we're going to win. We are 10 seconds ahead. We should win without any problem. What's this? Less than half a lap to go. I wasn't happy with that turn. Not terribly sure why, but there you go. I still like the ambient noise, I'm just going to say that. I've been playing a few other racing games, old racing games. They're on the channel now, and yeah, some games, just when you hear no other noises, just your car, it just feels like such a dead environment. I guess they think, oh well, you're just going to have the music playing, but aside from copyright reasons, that's why obviously we don't have the music playing. Some people choose to turn the music off when they're just playing the game by themselves anyway, because, well, they don't want the distraction of the music. Maybe the music's not to their taste, or
that's your best lap.
if you play the game a lot,
the race.
The music can feel quite repetitive. So yeah, just by putting in those ambient sounds, it really gives the game a much better feel. And
congratulations! Nice, you've got a top time for this track.
Do I really? Yeah, the M5's winning. Maybe we should go for that M5. And it's by somebody called Scooter. $300 in damage. Oh well. On to Durham Road. I mean, our car's fully upgraded now, so there's nothing else to check. Just race. Hope we can get a clean race. Last time, the game said I caused $75 worth of damage to this car on this track. And I couldn't figure out how. I still have no idea where that damage is supposed to have come from. I don't think I did cause any damage. I mean, $75, but you saw a minor impact there. That was $300 worth of damage.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, I pushed R1 twice that time to make sure it shifted into gear. And it did. Oh, hello. This is not the way we went around it last time. So, even though we are on the same tournament, it has changed the direction of the track. That's quite interesting. Actually, I quite approve of that. It gives it, obviously they figure you're going to have to replay the game to get money for cars, particularly if you've, say, not gotten all the safe driving bonuses. How big of a moron would you have to be to not be able to get all of those straight away? But yeah, just putting it in a different direction, just to keep it that little bit more interesting, give it that bit of replayability. I like that. I mean, it's such a simple thing to do when you've got different versions of the track that you have, and yet a lot of games don't do that. In fact, I'm now trying to think any game that does. die can't. I mean, even Forza Motorsport 4, which is, I'll be honest, probably my favourite of the Forza Motorsport games because it had a really well done career mode. But even that, you go, you know,
You're in first place. It's the final lap.
you complete all the sort of stages and then it brings you back to the beginning again. You're racing on the exact same tracks. They've got different versions of the track. They don't have reverse and mirrored versions, obviously. But, you know, you'll have shorter versions, longer versions. They'll just keep you doing the same ones. The exact same ones again. And this is a game from 1999 that doesn't do that. It keeps you in changing track layout. I mean, that's definitely a bonus point for Need for Speed, yeah? Way to keep the game interesting. No, let's go! I was turning it to the left. I was honest. I pushed the stick to the left and I hit the brakes because I didn't want to go flat out around that turn. But obviously whatever I did there upset the car. I'm not caring anymore, really, because that, I don't know. I don't know there. There I am praising the game and turning the car, then
That's
braking.
your best lap. You won the race.
And it puts me in a wall. I am so very, very annoyed. So very annoyed. There was no reason for the car to have steered the wrong way.
Congratulations. You've got a top time for this track.
I mean, Gran Turismo, I would expect that to happen and, you know, I'd be prepared for it, but not on this game. Yeah, $451, whatever. Let's just see if we can... We got the safe driving bonus on this track last time around. Let's see if we can get it again. I hope so. Glad there's going to be that $20,000 at the end for winning the championship, because with all the safe driving bonuses that have been lost, all the little bits of damage at it, that 20 grand is really going to help us to be able to get this car upgraded. Not this car, the next car upgraded. Right.
3, 2, 1, go!
We got that. Start good. Once again, I am going to have to try really hard to make sure I actually get the safe driving bonus. Who thought it'd be that hard to get one when you're out in the lead? I mean, you're not pushing the car. Okay, we are gonna. Because I'm entirely convinced if I went across that flat out, I'd end up in the wall. Oh, so what do I think of this track, Kindiak Park? Well, obviously having the train there is quite nice because it just gives you that bit of, you know, scenery again. Just one of the things that Need for Speed is doing quite well on this game. Giving some atmosphere, making the world feel alive. There's limitations, obviously, they can't really do a whole lot, but at least they do something. As for the track itself, it is quite nice and flowing. I feel that a lot of these turns would be, well, basically evil when you're in a fast car. And, you know, particularly if there's like these little undulations and stuff, you might get air on some of them. And that would just be enough to end up pitching you into a wall. So yeah, be a bit worried about some of those, but right now in this car it feels good. It's a nice flowing track.
You're in first place. It's the final lap.
It's pretty good looking, I will be honest. I don't think this is the prettiest track. I still think the French one looks a lot nicer. Yeah, the French track I still feel looks quite a lot nicer. But that being said, this one's got a lot of trees around it. And I know you're going to say, oh, well, it's got a lot of trees, so what? Remember, this is PS1. This is on a CD. 700 megabytes. Each of these trees is taking up a fair amount of data. So, putting a lot of them around, I mean, it would be so easy for them to just have a few and keep the rest bare. Like, they've even got trees up on the top of those ridges we just went past. And up on top of those ridges. It would be easy to just say, oh, no one's really going to look there, so we don't have to worry about it. But they did. So this is a track where, again, it's not the best looking one, in my opinion. But they've put effort into it. They have spent data where they did not really have to, just to make the track more atmospheric. And that's awesome. That is awesome that they've chosen to go ahead and do that. Anyway, we are coming up to the end of the lap. We are very far ahead, so I'm just going to slow the car down a bit more to make sure I don't make a final turn mistake. There is the finish line. We've hit nothing.
That's your best lap.
Hit nothing.
You've won the race.
I want my safe driving bonus. We hit nothing. Again, I don't even think we went through any signs or anything.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track.
That's great. Give me the money. I beat myself. Yes! 1,636. I thought it was 1,200.
Congratulations! You have won the gold trophy.
Good. Good. Okay, because you guys have been so patient, we will go ahead, jump into the next one. Hopefully we can actually do that, because I know it's annoying just seeing the same racing again. DB7 XKR or M5. Oh, Celtic Ruins, another new track. So this will probably be like a super length episode. Buy a car. So the Jaguar just loses out braking. Why would you buy the Jaguar for the same money, but it's slower? And the M5, you're paying $5,000 for a little bit more handling. Well, that's okay. We'll pay the $5 grand. As I said, I do want the M5. The Burgundy's quite nice. Buy a car. We won't go through the showroom simply because I don't want to waste too much time now. Oh, I've only got 13 grand left. Ah. Well, should we go for power this time? I think we'll go for power. racing stripes again. Okay. We've now got more power. So we have the fastest car in a straight line right now. And we also have the best handling car, because by default it was better handling. I do hope we win quite easily.
Three, two, one, go!
Look at that BMW rev counter, huh? See what I'm saying about these rev counters are all car specific? It's great to see that. Though I am revving the absolute heck out of this car. And yes, I did say heck, I am that old. I saw sparks. The M5 is faster than the Falcon, so it just it feels like it's a bit more understeery, but I think it's just faster. Okay, I'm going to be wide around you, so there should be no issues there. No, no, no! Alright. That was, if you remember earlier when I was saying it just doesn't really give you that sort of feedback about what the car's going to do. That was an example of that. It just said nothing. It did not tell me at all that the car was on the limits of what it could do. And so I was beyond the limit. I am really far behind. I'm going to have to really start pushing this car. Because, yeah, I'm in fifth. Alright, Beamer, time to show me what you got. Whoop, don't need for the horn. Come on now. Alright, we've made some ground up.
You're in 5th place. It's the final lap.
Yes, well, I can see podium in front of me. They're having a crash. We'll zip past them. Okay, that's second there. I feel we can catch him without too much drama. I'm sure that was the turn where I crashed. No, it was this one. No, it was that previous one. Oh. Never mind, it was that one. I remember it now. I'll be honest, I have kind of, I've kind of given up with this car, this race right now. It's just all gone very, very badly. I mean, what are you going to do? I'm really struggling to, yeah, get this up there. I mean, had I not crashed again, I'm pretty sure I could have had second. But as it stands,
That's your best lap. You placed third.
headlight's broken. That's probably going to be expensive. Crashed it twice. In the same corner.
Congratulations. You've got a top time for this track.
Oh, no congratulations, you got a top time. That was a terrible job. $1,500 worth of damage. Okay, we're driving backwards and mirrored. We don't have enough money to upgrade it. And if we did, well, we'd have to go for handling. Because we did not do well. Considering the first two tracks, I probably should have gone for handling anyway, because these two tracks are really handling tracks. And I would have had enough money to get this power one. That would have been the smart way to do it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, we're starting in third. It's going to be a little tricky to get past them early on because there are quite a few turns in this early part of the track. I will say this BMW really does feel heavy. Oh, come on, don't hit the wall. I said don't hit the wall. You hit the wall. Yeah, maybe it's just BMW just feels really heavy, and I don't think it would be heavier than the Falcon from, well, earlier this episode and last episode. Come on, Beamer. Let's get through here. I'll be honest, I was thinking, nope. What I was going to say was I was thinking he was going to go across to the right hand side of the track. Instead I just pitched straight into the wall. Broken a headlight again.
You're in 4th place. It's the final lap.
Like, see, these are pretty gentle turns and it's just not turning. It's very much like a boat. I was not expecting it to drive this badly. I mean, never mind trying to catch second and first. I'm trying to get back to the position I started this race in. We've really not got any more speed than the Falcon, and the handling just feels so much worse. I mean, I may as well ram you. I don't think I can cause any more damage to this car. I'm pretty sure I've maxed out the damage meter. I don't know what. I'm just gonna go away. I have no idea how you took so much more speed than me through that. Well, this has been a really tough couple of races.
That's your best lap. You placed third.
I mean, I guess I got a third again, so could be worse. Oh, is it going to be like $2,000 worth of damage? $2,500. Pretty much $2,000, so that's basically half the money gone. I mean, that makes sense. In some good news though, Bullet and Nemesis switched positions, so I still have a chance. But I am going to end it there for this episode. We will come back and complete this tournament, and we'll see what happens when we finish. Hopefully we will actually win, but I don't know. This BMW has proved quite difficult to drive. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.